Hello everyone. In this video we will see about classical problems under synchronization. Under process synchronization we saw many synchronization solutions. Now we will see some classical problems and how they are solved for synchronization. So under classical problem synchronization we have three different problems. One is bounded buffer problem, reader-writer problem and dining philosopher problem. So first we will see bounded buffer problem. So in bounded buffer problem, the size of the buffer is defined. So the size of a buffer is n, like let's consider the size of a buffer n. Each can hold like from 1 or 0 to n minus 1, each value can hold one data or one item. So semaphore we have mutex which is initialized to 1. Semaphore full it is initialized to 0 and semaphore empty which is initialized to the value n. So n is the size of the buffer. So coming to bounded buffer problem solution, see we have taken the values of three buffers. One is we have three buffer problems, or we have three values under semaphores. One value of semaphores is 0, 1 and n. So we have three semaphores. For empty it is 0, for mutex it is 1 and for full it is 1 and for mutex it is n. So we have the structure of the producer process. See, in bounded buffer process we have, or in the bounded buffer problem, the problem here is we have one producer and one consumer. So the task of the producer is to produce the data that is copied to the bounded buffer, and the task of consumer is to read the bounded buffer data which is produced by the producer. But since it is a bounded buffer problem, once the producer has completely filled the buffer size, then only the consumer can get a chance to read. Until the consumer finish reading complete buffer of nth data, producer has to wait for consumer. This is our problem. So here under bounded buffer problem solution, we have, under synchronization solution, we have a producer problem. Do produce an item in next produced, wait for empty and wait for mutex. Add the next produced to the buffer. So the producer will be producing the data, means produce an item into the next produced. Once you acquire the semaphore's value, like wait for empty and wait for mutex is finished, then the next value will be added to the buffer. Signal the mutex, signal the full. So mutex is a value where see here we have mutex value which defines n and wait empty. Until the data in the buffer is empty, there will be wait. Until the producer is producing the data, empty will be blocked. Once the producer finishes, it will signal full. It is like your producer will signal full and your consumer will signal empty. Once consumer signals empty, then producer can produce the data. Once producer signals full, consumer can consume the data. We will see the structure of the consumer process. See, your consumer waiting for full. Once your producer has signaled full, then the wait for the mutex will be signaled. Then the consumer will keep removing the data from the buffer. Then mutex signal and mutex empty consumes the item in the next consumed. Once again you get the log for data. So instead of waiting for a producer to waiting for the producer problem, waiting for the consumer to complete the data, he will be produce the data and keep with him. Once consumer gives the stack is empty or the bounded buffer is empty, then the data which is already created will be copied to the bounded buffer. What in producer what in consumer it does is, consumer will remove the data and it will signal the buffer. Whatever removed data consumer has, then it will utilize once it has signaled the producer. So simultaneously there will be a reduced of time for waiting for a bounded buffer. Since producer can keep the produced data with him, once the buffer is empty, he will copy it. Once the consumer has copied the data, the consumer will take the data and then it will start utilizing for its work. So here, instead of getting the data directly from the bounded buffer for utilization or producing the data directly to the bounded buffer, they are saving the time by copy paste method and wait and signal process. Next is reader writer problem. Reader writer problem, it is a common problem arised in the computer that is converted into a read and write problem. So in the read and write problem, once there may be n number of people who is reading the data, but at once there should be only one writer is allowed. So according to reader writer problem, the data set is shared among number of concurrent processes. So it is not like a producer consumer problem where only two processes is utilizing a file. Here there are n number of processes which are utilizing the file. So reader and writers are the two categories who are using the file. The file should the process should be divided into two categories. One is reader and one is writer. Readers is the only the task of readers is to read the data set. They will not perform any updation. Writer can read the file and update the file. This is the task of writer. So problem here is you can allow multiple readers to read the data at once, but you are not supposed to allow more than one writer to update the data. Only single writer can access the shared data at a same time. Several versions how the reader and writer are concerned all involves some form of priorities. So to do that, we have three semaphores again: read write mutex, then mutex which is 1, and read count, how many are reading the count. So that read count will be taken as 0, initialized to 0 first, and mutex is initialized to 1, which can be the extra semaphores value for avoiding overlapping of the work. And read write mutex will be initialized to 1. Read write is a process where a writer is taking that mutex into consideration. So coming to read and write problem, the structure of write process looks like this. So we have write process for the process who are all using the file for writing purpose. Always the writer will be waiting for read write mutex. Write is performed and then signal read write mutex. Once wait read write mutex is called, all other process will be waiting for a read and write option, means write option. Meanwhile, the write function will be written, means the function or the process will update the file. Once it is done, then the signal will be given to the read write mutex, so that the other process can know that the updation from this process is done, and it is allowed for next process for updation. In the queue, based on the priority, the operating system will invoke one read write operation, and that process will again invoke a wait function, so that the next people will be blocked, or the next process who want to write will be blocked from writing until it is signaled back. So we'll see how read function will work. So as I told, there may be multiple readers allowed in the read process. So the read process will take wait mutex, so it will wait for the mutex value, and for each and every wait function called, there will be a read counter. there will be a read counter incremented. So the process is counting or keeping track of number of process which is reading the same file. If read count is equal to 1, wait read write mutex. If at all the read count is more, then the read write mutex should wait until the signal of mutex read process is done. Wait the mutex, read counter will be reduced. If the read count is equal to 0, signal read write mutex, and the signal mutex will be signaled, because once there is a process which is reading the data, then there is the read write, means writer functions are not allowed to update while the reader is getting the data. Means if you are reading some file and you are not allowed to other user to update the file when you are reading, because you would have required the older data existing, but write function would be like updating the data. This can happen like while same set of data instructions are used, or the same file which is used by multiple users. Let's consider it is like Wikipedia. All the users can edit it, but the write function will be updated later. The concept of working is different, but you think like Wikipedia, where multiple users can read it and multiple users can write it and read it. So read write is also there and write is also there. The concept they use there is, once it is written, it will go for proofing, then it will be updated. It is not affecting the reader. But if you take the same example with a file, in the system there is no person for proofing your data. Once you write, it will be automatically updated. So you are not allowed to write the data for that file if at all there is one reader reading the file. So your reader function will always invoke two semaphores, one is mutex and one is read counter. So it is it will signal, it will wait for read write and it will wait for mutex, and it will signal both read write and mutex. It is also making use of read count, so it can know the reader, means if the reader is reading the data, then a waiter should, or a writer should wait for the function. So next problem is Denning philosopher problem. So there is one condition in Denning philosopher problem where there is a table of dining and we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 philosophers who wants to eat the rice. Problem here is they have all 5 philosophers as 5 plates. Instead of 10 chopsticks, they have only 5 chopsticks. The work of philosophers is to eat or to read. So the problem is very clear. To eat with the chopsticks, each person needs 2 chopsticks, but we have only 1 chopstick for each person if all 5 starts eating. To solve this problem, we should consider like how this is related to your operating system is, consider the rice as a data set and chopstick as a semaphores, which will be first initialized to 1. So the solution for this dining philosopher problem is, you should allow at most only 4 philosophers to sit in the table. You are not supposed to allow 5 philosophers to sit. Allow a philosopher to pick a fork only if both are available. Like if the philosopher want to eat, then he has to be check whether both the chopsticks are available. Picking must be done in a critical section based. So now chopsticks becomes our critical section problem. If one philosopher needs to eat, he has to see that both the sides the chopsticks are available. Use an asymmetric solution where an odd number philosophers pick up the left chopstick and the right chopsticks. Even number philosophers picks first right chopstick and then left chopstick. So out of 4 philosophers which are sitting in the dining table, 1 and 3 should pick left and right first. Then if it is 2 and 4 eating, they have to pick right and left next. So this is how the solution for dining philosopher problem is given. If this is not solved, then the process will go for deadlock, where all 4 philosophers will take the right chopstick, then the other philosophers will not get left chopstick except 1. If all 5 are eating, then all will be waiting for left chopstick at once, or all will be waiting for right chopstick at once. The process, or all these 5 processes, will get into the deadlock situation because the next resource is not available. So I hope you understood these topics. Thank you.